Hello everybody, it is Danlags, and welcome back to another episode of Constructing Los Dangeles. We are back for episode, I believe it is 132, so we're flying through them, guys. We're back today. I'm going to continue to work on the stadium. Surprise, surprise. I think today might be the last episode that I work on it. Next episode I might start working on something else, because we have been working on this for a while, and I do want to mix it up just a little bit, even though I've been focusing on this mainly. But we're going to continue to work on it for at least one more episode today, guys. And then maybe next time, like I said, we'll move on to something else. So, to start off this episode, guys, I want to get rid of this fountain because, most of the comments said that I should just get rid of the fountain. So, I decided that I'm going to do that. So, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. And speaking of the comments from last video, guys, thank you for all the feedback you gave me on all the questions I had regarding the second channel. Second channel, a lot of you guys gave suggestions on games I should play for the second channel, so that was really nice. I have like a list of games that I'm going to play, leading off with GTA 5 for Xbox One, which I'm going to get soon. I'm going to go pick it up from GameStop. I actually have some games to trade in, like I talked about, but I'm going to go do that, pick it up from GameStop for the money that I get from trading all these games in, and yeah. I'm going to pick up that game. It'll probably happen in a week or so. I'm trying to get through my finals for school before we go out and do that. So that is another thing of the reason why I haven't made a video in a few days. So, I took a couple days off. I kind of had to. I had a big presentation to do. But it's all good. It went really well. And I have to say, my public speaking skills at this point are pretty on point, because I did pretty well in that presentation. And it's I can't say that I was a very good presenter back in the day, but ever since I've been doing YouTube and practicing talking in front of all these people on Los Dangeles series and stuff like that, the thing went pretty good. So that's good. Yeah, so that went well. I was gonna say something else about that, but I can't remember. Something along those lines, I guess. It's not really talking in front of an audience, it's different talking in front of a mic than it is talking in front of like an audience of people. It was like a class of like 20 people, but when you think about it, I don't really think about this when I'm recording, but it's crazy because it's actually like talking in front of like 10,000 people at once, or even more, because these videos do very well. Thank you guys for all the watches and stuff like that. So more than over 10,000 people watch these on a day-to-day basis, which is pretty awesome. And it's like, I can't even imagine talking in front of 10,000 people like at once. Like that would just be insane. So yeah, and especially like even if if you we have, the channel has almost 180,000 now, which is pretty nuts. And if we funneled like every single all of you into a stadium like this one, you wouldn't be able to fit. We would need like 2 stadiums to fit all of you guys, and that would just be, I can't even imagine it. It would just be huge. And yeah, so we're going to fill this in here. Just get this all filled in. I'm going to quickly bone meal it. Then we're going to get to the task at hand, which is to continue the stadium. But just, I could imagine going to the middle of the field and having 180,000 people around you. That would be a lot of people. So thank God I don't have to do that for public speaking, but that would be nuts. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much, long story short. I just had to take a couple days off from making videos because I gotta focus on doing well in my classes, or that's because I can't just not do well. Gotta take some time to actually do the work instead of making videos. All right, so yeah, there we go. I get rid of all the yellow flowers here because it doesn't match the color, or sorry, red flowers. The yellow flowers stay because it matches the colors, green and yellow for the stadium. So today's task for the stadium. So what I want to do is work on these press boxes. I started to put some glass in here just a little bit, not too much, didn't make a ton of progress on this, but I have some ideas, I have some plans, and hopefully this will turn out nice. We're going to have to wait and see, though. We're going to find out right now. Just got to get out a bunch of random little materials here. So I'm going to add this press box, and hopefully it'll look good. And while I'm talking about this, we have a great CLD question of the day, so we're going to get to that in a few minutes here. So basically what I'm doing is I just want to make not really a press box, but more of a luxury suite for the owners or rich people or whatever. And that's kind of the plan for this episode. Again, the luxury box on the other side is outdated, so I will most likely update that. I have talked about doing that. So if this is kind of like a trial and error episode, but if this side turns out to be really nice, then there's a good chance that I might actually convert this style of luxury box to the other side of the stadium and have it on both sides. But we're going to have to make sure that we create a really nice design first before we do that. Okay, so with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get going on this. So I'm going to break this layer of seats. Again, we're going to have to sacrifice a lot of seats to build this, but that's fine. That's not really something I'm worried about because you know, the mezzanine level seats aren't that good anyway. So as long as we have an upper deck and a lower deck, we should be good. Again, this is not going to be like, if you compare this to real life, it probably wouldn't be the biggest stadium in the world if you were to copy this pretty much exactly the way it is in real life, because it's only got 3 levels. Usually there's like 3 levels plus, well, at least for like NFL stadiums, there's like 3 levels, and then there's you know, the press boxes, I guess. So this one's, the press box kind of compromises the second level, so it really only results in like 2 levels overall. So it's just a small change, really. All right, so we're gonna take this up, and again, I this is something totally new. I'm not really sure what this is gonna look like when it's done. So this is really just kind of me just testing things and seeing how it looks, because I really don't know how this is gonna turn out. I thought that I might do something like this, like add some slabs running up through here, kind of like these little shader awning things. I don't know what they call them, but have these run all the way down, and then we can fill this in. So we'll take this down, and I want to add some, this is a lot of quartz, so I want to add some yellow to it if I can. So possibly, you know what, I have an idea. What if we did something like this? This might look really nice. Okay, so what if we do something like this? This actually could look really good if this works. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of this row of pillared quartz, and all those seats in there we're gonna have to move, unfortunately. Gonna have to compromise some seats, like I said. It's not the end of the world. All right, so this is gonna go through, and that will be our design instead. And actually, I could probably just put a pillared quartz just to line that off, so it's not like connecting weird or anything like that. Yeah, I already did it on that side. Something like that. That might look good. This is, oh my god, my controller's so not working. Okay, it's hard for me to fly fast nowadays with this thing. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. So then I want to just make some slight breaks in the window, so it's not all just one big window. So maybe like right there, and then we can do another one. Basically, the dead center of this yellow could look good, just to kind of break it off a little bit. And that's not right at all. Place it right there and right there. Get rid of that. Oh, my controller, stop! Stop breaking blocks I don't want to break. There we go. Oh, that looks good. I like that. Let me look at it from a distance, from like an angle. Yeah, so if this okay, this has potential, guys. This definitely has some potential here. All right, so let's continue with it, since it's got so much potential. All right, so we're gonna take this up, and I'm just gonna run this all the way across here. Just kind of continue it, have it go all the way down, and we'll go to like right here for now, and then we're gonna add another pillared quartz. I might switch this out for another block, because it's funny, because pillared quartz looks so white when you're using it normally, but then when you compare it to the snow, it's actually like not that white. It's got a little bit of like a creamy look to it, so that's gonna be something we're gonna have to work with. And obviously, you know, the mixture of snow and stuff like that has always been kind of a thing, so gonna have to take this down. Let's go ahead and just break these. As far as the inside of this, how's this looking in here? Yeah, we're gonna have to clear out these seats here, but most of the seats can stay. I'm going to add some walls in here. So, for example, how am I going to do that? Okay, so let's just say there's a wall coming up right through here, right? This is going to be a wall, kind of where the quartz is. I guess I can put a block of quartz. Nah, that's not going to look good. Let's just do that. It's kind of a weird transition, though. Maybe I will put a full block there. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, so this is going to be a wall. And then, like, basically there's going to be a room in here. A really nice, luxurious space, more or less. Same thing on this side, and we'll kind of, this has potential to be really nice. Still something that I'm trying to work out, though. Okay, so there we go. Put that there. Yeah, and then what's up here? Maybe it's just some yellow, just to add to the stadium. Yeah, let's just put some yellow in here. Can never hurt to add a lot of color to this place. Okay, so, and we can break these chairs here. Break all this. I might even put a balcony or something like that. That would be really nice. So this is where the owner sits. Just pretend for a second. So we got this space. And, you know, this is a nice view of the field. Now, should I put a balcony or something like that? And you know what? We do have this here. This is still here. So maybe we'll even do this. So do something like this. What if I open up some space right here? Open up some space. And what if I did something like this? Kind of have like you know, this has a chance to be something really nice, actually. Say that a lot, but it's true. Yeah, so, okay, so let's just fill this in real quick for a second, so I have a kind of an idea. Yeah, so this is just kind of be a little walk down to the balcony, so you can actually come out here, out in the open if you want, and then, you know, or you could sit in here and check out the game. But this is going to be our little suite. This is going to be nice, actually. This is going to be good, guys. All right, so we're going to get into the question of the day in a second once I kind of just get this squared away. I try to save the question of the day until I'm doing something that's like a bit repetitive or something like that. So I'll be getting to that in a second. I just wanted to make sure that this is going to turn out nice because sometimes I go into episodes and I'm not entirely sure how it's going to turn out. So I just want to make sure that it's perfect before we, you know, get to anything. All right. So I'm going to take this up like that. And, I mean, this doesn't matter right now how far this goes. This is totally pointless. But at least there's going to be the space in here. And then we're going to fix this up. So first, let's sleep because it's dark and no one can see, including myself. So let's go ahead and put the bed down. We'll just put one here. Whoa, there's my head. There it is right there. I'm spinning my head. Look at that. All right. It's still kind of dark in here, to be honest. So let's go ahead and just, I guess, we'll just place some glowstone in here just so it's easier. Place one right here. Place another one over here. I'm wondering if there should be some sort of, maybe just like take this glass out of here. Put like another thing there. Yeah, that'll probably be a little bit better. Just so there's a little bit more headroom, I guess, for people if they want to walk through here. So let's just fill this in real quick. Just real quick. Yeah, so I don't know if I want to have a door on this either. That's another thing that is a possibility. You know what? Maybe we'll do this. Because that'll just... Oh, you know what? We can line each one of these pillars there with something like that. Yeah, that'll look good. Make sure I don't break blocks I don't want to break. That's like the story of the series. And same thing over here. So we'll place this and get rid of that and do all that and this and that. There we go. Awesome. Oh, this looks good. This looks very good. I like this. All right, so yeah, we can leave this open, I think. I mean, even if it's cold at like the winter time, how would we solve that if that was a situation? Maybe even have like another wall here. And then we could put like a door room or something like that. So go like this. All right, maybe even just like this. Take that up. Have like a wall here. And then this can be like the door. The door will be here, and then you open it up, and then you can walk outside. That might be better. But then it gets rid of some seats here, though, which I'm not in love with. But then again, this is a nice big open space, so these seats probably can get compromised anyway. So let's just get rid of these seats here. Let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of all these. And again, it kind of kills me to break seats, but sometimes you gotta do it. I want to add press boxes. This is something I've wanted to add for a while, so I don't want to just not do this just to save seats. And plus, there's plenty of seats for all you guys in this stadium. You can only fit 8 people in the world anyway, so all we really need is just 8 seats. All right, so yeah, this is perfect. This is gonna go through here, and this is gonna break. We're gonna break this. Break a couple levels here, not too many, like that. Well, actually, we'll just break all these levels since this is gonna be like going all the way up. Okay, and yeah, we can break these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so yeah, that's plenty of space. And then this is going to be our nice doorway. It's a little bit off center. So like, you know, maybe we'll put something here instead so it's not like weird. But that's okay for now. We're just kind of mapping it out for now. We'll make sure everything looks better later. But yeah, this is going to be the nice luxury suites for the stadium. I think this is working out. Let's just see how it looks from a distance, and then we'll go from there. Oh, yeah, this is going to be great for that level. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. And I might even add an extension to the stadium down here and add just a small level of seats right on here, because this is quite a large gap between the lower level and then the second level. There's a pretty big gap there, so there is some space to add more seats. I know for a fact if we're standing over here, there's quite a bit of space here that we could still add a few more seats here just to get as max capacity as possible, or whatever you want, what the word is. So yeah, that's good. Let's continue this. Let's keep on working on this. So while I'm working on just kind of continuing this design, let's get to the CLD question of the day. So guys, I want to warn you. This might be one of the most bizarre questions of the day ever. It's not that it's like weird or anything. It's just so different. It's so random and different. It's like it's the last thing I'd ever expect anyone to ask. I don't want to hype it up too much, but let's go just get right to it. So today's question of the day is, if you could choose to be one mythical animal, which one would it be? So when I initially read this, I just kind of kept reading. Like I kept going through my Twitter notifications. This was a Twitter question, and I thought about it for a second. I'm like, that is the coolest / strangest question I've ever gotten on CLDQ question of the day. So shout out to this person for coming up with a super creative question. So you get featured on question of the day because you had a creative mind. So I like you. So let's go ahead and answer this question. When I thought about like, all right, I'm going to use this for question of the day, I was like, how am I going to answer this question? Because like I have no idea how I'm going to answer it. Like what is going to be my answer? And I thought about it for a minute. Mythical creatures. I actually had to Google it because like I'm not really like an expert on this kind of stuff. I don't think anybody is. And if you are, then shout out to you for being like adept on this kind of stuff, because I have no idea. I couldn't name 5 if I tried. I can name like the 3-headed water thing from the Hercules. I could name the something else. I don't know, the Loch Ness monster. But yeah, but when I thought about it a little bit, I'm gonna do a quick Harry Potter reference on this video. That's right, doing a little bit of Hogwarts references here, and I'm gonna go with if I was to be a mythical animal, I would choose to be the freaking Buckbeak from Harry Potter. That thing is freaking awesome. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that movie, but the giant I don't remember what they call themselves. They have a name for them. It might be like Griffin. I think it might be a Griffin, but it's like a bird head and it's got like a horse body. That thing is freaking awesome. That thing, rides around, flies around like a badass. That thing is too cool. So that if I was going to be a mythical creature, I would choose to be that thing, because that thing is just awesome. So thank you very much for that question. That was a very good question. One of the best questions of the days ever, just because it was so creative. So I'm glad you guys are expressing your creativity with that question. And if you guys want to leave more crazy questions like that, now don't go too overboard. Like, don't go crazy, because then it just starts to get out of hand. But creative questions like that are strongly encouraged here on Question of the Day. So thank you for that question. And let's go ahead and continue working on this. So then we're going to add another pillar here just to kind of continue what we're doing here. And, let's just see how this looks. This is going to be great, because I think, I haven't decided yet, but I'm thinking about covering the entire second level of this side with press box glass. I think that it might look good, because we have a whole bunch of seats here on the second level, so we don't have to worry about that. Obviously, we have all the seats on this side next to well, this is the press box. That's the luxury suite. I gotta stop getting those mixed up. And then we also have seats over here. So even if we compromise this whole side, it'll make the stadium look better. So that's all I'm care about. I just want it to look good. So if we have to sacrifice some seats for like the 5th time this episode that I've said that, then I am totally cool with doing such a thing. So yeah. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and place this here, and we're gonna go ahead and place. We're just gonna get rid of this real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and place some more stairs. We're just adding themes. We're adding colors. This is all gonna turn out lovely when it's done, guys. I'm happy. Hopefully you guys are too. Oh, this is looking great. I love it. All right, let me take a distance look again. So I'm gonna stop there on this side, because I don't know how much of this side of the stadium I'm gonna keep, because I've been working kind of hard on trying to trim this side of the stadium to make it look good. Obviously, we have this ugly design. And I was working over here a little bit, and I'm still working on this part, and I'm trying to create a design that's good. Right now, I'm unsatisfied with that. That looks like kind of just a shell of it. So I'm going to continue to work on this and turn it into something that I love, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, let's continue. Let's go work towards the other side. We'll do one more slot on this side, and then we'll go from there. We'll see what else we got to do. All right, so we're going to get this filled in. Actually, no, this is 1 block too low. It's 4 blocks of glass. I should have known. Should have known, guys. All right, so this is gonna go just a little bit further here. This is a good addition. I was a little bit skeptical before I started recording how this was gonna work out, since I like to have a pretty definitive, idea of what I'm gonna build before I start, because it leads to a better video. Because when I'm kind of just, dilly-dallying and trying to figure out stuff, you know, it makes it, I start to focus a little bit, and it's hard for me to build and talk at the same time and all that stuff. So good thing this worked out, because sometimes I get scared. I'm like, what happens if it's bad? Are they going to judge me? You know, no, not really, but still. Let's just fill this in. Let's go like that. And we got to add the quartz here. Like that. Let's see, my controller's spazzing out. Oh my god. Sorry about that. I will be buying a new controller by Christmas time, so should have taken advantage of some of those Cyber Monday deals. I should have gotten like a Cyber Super mod controller from modsgalore.com, or I don't even know what the name is. People keep suggesting mod controller websites to me, and I just, whatever, I should probably pay attention to those more, because this thing is broken, as close to broken as a controller can be with still like being able to function, you know, kind of. So yeah, holiday season comes around, I'm gonna be shopping for a new modded controller for myself. Hopefully we'll get one on Xbox One as well. So yeah. And oh wait, we gotta do one more lining of these quartz. I like this. I like just adding a little bit of a lining here, just to kind of, it looks better than it would if it didn't have it there. So that's all I care about. How's this looking? This is great. This actually is like exceeds expectations for what I expected. I didn't know how this was going to turn out, but I like that. I like that as our luxury suites. So Presidente or CEO or owner or whatever of the Los Angeles Laggers, Mr. Daniel Lags, will be, or I should say like Dr. Daniel Lags, so I can be all official and seem like I'm rich. And I'll just kind of chill out here, watch my team just destroy every other team in the Minecraft Football League on our way to the Super Bowl championship. So yeah, guys, that's where we're going to conclude today. A great start on this press box here. A little bit of the interior still needs to be tweaked a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to keep all these rows, because like even if you're up here, this isn't much of a luxury suite. If you're sitting right here, it's kind of like a terrible view. So these upper rows might get knocked out a little bit. I might put like a bar here or something like that instead. But great start. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Give it a like if you did enjoy it. It has been episode 132 of Constructing Los Angeles with your host, Mr. Dan Lags. Like I said, guys, give it a like if you did enjoy it. I love how much you guys support this series. It means a lot to me. And I will talk to you guys on the next episode. Peace out.